Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this great Saturday morning? Man, the weather's so pretty here today. Supposed to get up to 85 today, actually. So I am looking forward to that. I'm not sure if y'all can hear in the background or not. I'm curious about the sound of it, but I did put the window AC unit back in out here yesterday because I knew it would be getting hot today, and I had taken it out for the winter because I got the new windows put in this winter. Anyway, I was wondering if it's a little noisy in the background, but hopefully it doesn't affect it too much. It's pretty needed for my comfort, so wondering how many people will actually be here this morning since we're doing it at a different time. I hope that doesn't affect things too awful much. If so, I'll have to move back to 8 o'clock and stop my yard sale adventures, I guess. My yard sale adventures went okay this morning. I did not find any knives, and I saw a few things I almost bought but didn't. But I did buy a couple of things. I got one of those coolers that you kind of like a Yeti that you carry with you, flexible cooler thing. Morning, Scott. I got it for $2, and I got a $1 pan for the kitchen. That's it's called a perfect pancake, and I guess it's made for cooking pancakes, of course. But I was more thinking of cooking like omelets with it. I've got one of those original Waffle House pans that they use for omelets too, which is pretty cool. Good morning, Pete. Pete, I hope I didn't sound like an asshole last night. I wasn't trying to. I was more trying to be a friend and just kind of jab you a little bit and just kidding. So I hope you didn't take that too seriously. Anyway, so yeah, I got that perfect pancake pan. And then this morning I just bought a knife. I'll go over that in just a minute. Spent more money than I wanted to this morning, and makes me upset, but let's talk about what I carried last night. So I was in the mood to carry my chunk. So I carried my chunk. And I need to finish the mirror polish on this because it's really close. And it's got some, it just needs to be gone back over. Those lines on it are from like 2000 grit paper, so they'll come off rather easily, but the mirror finish on it's pretty close to being done. But the action on this thing is just amazing. And that hole I put in it is perfect, if I say so myself. So yeah, I carried that in the front pocket. And then in the back pocket, I went through my Kaiser's. This thing's got marks on it. Hold on. I went through my Benchmades last night at work, and I remembered one of my favorites that I'm sure a lot of you haven't even seen. Good morning, Dalton. This is a Benchmade aileron. Good morning, Sever 7. That not many people know of. There's not many Benchmades that have a hole in it like this. This is one of them, and this is one of my favorite Benchmades. This one has a super cool shape to it overall, with the blade and the handle. Dalton, the lag is on your end, not my end. Sorry, sir. There's no lag here. I can see I haven't dropped a single frame. I've dropped 0 frames so far. Yeah, this is a super cool Benchmade. If y'all haven't seen that knife, it's got the bigger jimping on the back here. It's just perfect. The shape of it's perfect. Got a great blade shape. Very comfortable. It's even got a sharpening choil back here a little bit. It needs a little bigger one. I might put that in there. Good morning, Nick. I wish they made this knife in titanium. I would really like it. But this one right here is a great Benchmade. And this is a clone, of course, because I don't pay Benchmade prices. But you can see its size next to a Shaman. It's a pretty big knife. It's actually longer than the Shaman. Here's it next to a PM3. Oh, really? Oh, what's going on, Ron Dobbins? Both Nicks? Good morning, guys. I'm glad y'all are here. I was worried about people showing up since my time was different. Glad to see everybody here this morning. Or not everybody yet, but a lot of people. You see if I can find my... Supposed to be over here somewhere. My obligatory PM2. Where are you, buddy? Got to be over here. Although I don't see it. That's weird. But here's the smock. You can tell the size of it next to the smock. Don't know where my PM2 is. It's kind of weird. Let's see. Sorry about reaching across. Guess y'all have to deal with it. Not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it? Aha! Here it is. So, yeah. You can see its size next to it's even bigger than a PM2. Pretty close in size to the PM2 though, but the blade's bigger. So yeah, it's a really cool Benchmade. I wanted to highlight this morning with y'all. If you've never seen it or heard about it. Man, the D10 is so good on this thing too. I think this is another one that you just couldn't fail, but it doesn't have the flipper tab anymore. But you definitely can't fail it much. So yeah, I bought a knife this morning. If y'all did, let me show you. Let me show you really quick what I got at the yard sales. So at the yard sale, I know this is silly to show y'all this, but thought I would show it anyway, so y'all know why it was worth being an hour later this morning. No, I don't know. So this is the hold on just a second. Discord mirror. Pop it on. Why is it not showing up? So I got one of these coolers. You know, the flexible ones, kind of like, I've got a Yeti one. But I got one of these. It's got a nice front pocket on the side for little stuff. But I got that for $2, and it's still got the tag on it. You can see the tag hanging off the bottom there. So it's brand new. I don't know the brand, but for $2, I didn't care. It'll be good for throwing in the car, throwing some Cokes in, a bag of ice. And then I got this perfect pancake pan for $1 that you can flip over and heat from both sides, so you can cook the pancakes on both sides instead of having to flip the pancake. You just flip the pan. Well, I thought that was pretty good for $1. And then the knife I bought this morning is this one right here. I finally got me a wee solid. I didn't necessarily want the blue one, but I can bead blast it here soon anyway. So I was cool with the price I paid for it, considering how much it is new. And the guy that I got it from, is the first owner. It says first owner, no cut, carry, disassembly, or sharpening. 20 CV, center blade, solid lockup, good action, no visible blemishes. Integral, comes in wee box. So yeah, the back of it looks super cool. The whole knife looks in great condition. But I got it for a super good deal. I got it for basically half price of what it is on the Wii site. Oh, Wolf Creek or something? Sorry, Pete. Lost Creek. I don't know. It was $2. I don't know the brand. Like, I'm not familiar with the brand, but I didn't really care. I've got a nice Yeti one. Oh, really, Bart? Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Let's go back to off the disc. Oh. Yeah, you can't beat that pickup. I messaged Sever to see what he could get one on his site for. And then I was like, screw it. I can't do any better than this price. Let me grab it. No, he had it listed. I think he had it for $300. Then he went to $285 or something. And I offered him $260. He tried to go to $270, and I told him no. And he said, okay, we'll do $260. So I'm happy with that. I figure I can get that back out of it pretty easy. When they're 510 on the Wii site. Bart, give us, do you have a, who are we talking about here? I sent it on the Discord a couple hours, hour or so ago, maybe. Good morning, William. Bart, what's his Instagram? Yeah, I knew it was a GTC collab with Wii. But let's go look at his Instagram if he's got some cool pics. Oh, before we do that, let's check out the knife pics. Oh yeah, duh. I posted some pics of that Benchmade. Cool knife. And then this is another cool Benchmade that it's super pretty, even though it's fake. They did a good job on making this one pretty. And as far as Benchmade's go, I mean, it's not worth the price for that one especially, but for the clone, it was worth it. And it's probably one I'm going to keep. But that one has great action as well. And then I received the Bravo 1 from Ed yesterday. And I got my first official Edyard. So now I have an Edyard from Ed. Me and him swapped my Tiger Stripe Bravo 1 drop point for his plain drop point. And it came with a nice Edyard with a nice beads on it. Man, I got all kinds of stuff. Like, let me show y'all this thing. So he sent me the box, and then he sent me an extra pouch. And I got a really cool Edyard. One of his ones with the skull and the helmet that are, I think, are 2 pieces if you talked about. Maybe this one's not. But it's one of the ones he showed. It's got the nice little end pieces and the couple of these. And the reason I got it is because he didn't feel like taking the knife apart to take it off. Which is cool with me. I've been wanting one anyway. So I appreciate him sending that along with the knife instead of taking it off. But this is another super cool knife. Nick, thank you for the link. Let's go pop it up, see what's going on with his page. Follow him. Wow, that one's nice looking. What's going on with it? So no hardware. That's pretty wild. Has no screws. No tools for assembling, disassembling. Says the previous ones needed a nail or paper clip, but this one actually needs no tools at all. It's got the same kind of bushing kind of as a 1911. So all it takes is a fingernail to get into this one. So that's a super clean knife. So it clips in and you push the little lever down, and that's pretty awesome. That's how you break it down. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's pretty crazy. The only thing I foresee problems with that is you could get side-to-side blade play if it didn't line up and tighten up perfectly when you rotate the scale into place. So that would be a problem. If it gets the tolerances exactly perfect, then I guess tightening down the scale by, but it could get to where the scale turning like he did there at the end wouldn't tighten it up completely. So if y'all notice, the way he's got the pivot tightening is by turning the scale. So once you take this out, then you got to rotate the scale to get the pivot loose. So he's counting on the scale being lined up perfectly for the blade tightness. Which is cool and all if you get the tolerances exactly perfect. Yeah, super cool design. Thinking outside the box is awesome. Yeah, Pete, I agree. Super cool. Very innovative, like Nick said. um, let's see. What else is going on in the knife world today on Saturday? Oh, yeah. It's definitely innovative. That's what we need. I like new locks. I like new styles, new knives. I like all that. And even if the first model has a little bit of blade play, who cares? It'll just get improved after that. The Mojave drop. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Bart, and mention it. And Nick, thanks for grabbing the link for it. Appreciate that, Bart. Yeah, I couldn't. Uh, yeah, I couldn't imagine how much that costs right now. Probably $2,500, $2,000 or something. I don't know. Might be cheaper. Um, Mojave drop. When is that, Nick? Is that today? uh, Machine wise, is that who we're talking about? Mojave. There's prototype 5, completed in December. So when is the drop happening? Let's see, machine wise, Instagram. Mojave. That was 6 weeks ago. And that was somebody else posting it 3 months ago. Oh, did y'all see the knife that MC posted yesterday? One of those full dress versions of whatever that crazy knife is. I think Severed actually did a review of it. Says so. Last week he worked on those. That's pretty cool. And then yeah, MC showed a cool knife. One of those where the blade splits down the middle. That crazy knife. Whoops. So I guess they sent him a crazy version of it to review. Pretty sure it was just short from yesterday. Could have been one that just popped up, but maybe it was I don't know.
Today I want to talk in depth about the strangest knife.
Why do I not have headphones? Aha. Yeah. He posted another video of it outside, I believe. That's not the one I saw. I don't even see the one I saw. So maybe he deleted it. Because it was outside in the grass. It had the grass in the background. I don't know where it is. Anyway, that knife's crazy. $10,000 to $15,000 dollar versions. Pete said he's looking forward to this knife with the new glide lock, or I don't know if it's new, but with the glide lock. Sorry. Do we know when this is supposed to come out, Pete? They're stopping shipping to the U.S. as of... He said they're stopping shipping to as of U.S. April 21st. May? It's funny you flip those two words. They're shipping to the U.S. as of April 21st. That's pretty wild. I didn't see the flash sale. I don't pay attention to Raylight, but I don't think I'd ever heard of them until you mentioned carrying them. But I like them now that you showed them to me. Yeah, I like that pineapple too. Looks like most everything is sold out. I wouldn't doubt if they sell out of everything with this sale. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. They have the pineapple mini in Zerk for $290. No wonder they're not sold out. And the Rook, the $430 Rook special. But it looks like everything else is sold out. Except for this one, the Crusader. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, they're sold out of the blue aluminum of $35. All they have is the $290 Zerk one. So, yeah. Looks like only the high dollar stuff is left. Be shady. Good morning, Knives Are Alive. It is almost 4:20, Nick. My dad's birthday would have been 4/29. My mom's birthday is 4/9. So April, when my parents were born, it's a good month. Hey, y'all want to hear a crazy fact that I bet you've never heard before? This one takes a little bit of wrapping your head around it, but yeah, the Tyconic is in the Discord. A really good sale. Pete posted that. I believe it's in the links. And TC posted a really good article about picking bead blasting material. Here's the link to that Tyconic in the Discord, but here's what it takes you to. I believe the sale, I thought the sale was cheaper than that. Yeah, you use the code Lefty EDC for 30% off. It brings it down to 174. So I will show y'all that on the Discord again. Let me just a second. So right here, when you use the code Lefty EDC, brings it down to 174 for the Tyconic. It's the black version with the black blade. That's why I didn't jump on it. But I wonder if does the same code work on the regular version, Pete? Because I would rather have one of those. You got the new Kubi Balisong. Let's go check that out. Is this the new one? Or is that an old one? Oh, the code only worked on the black one? Aha. Is that the right Balisong, Cal? Bob? Oh, nice. Good deal. I'm guessing they have it over at White Mountain Knives. Let's type that number in real quick and see if they got it. Nope. Huh. So you got it from their website, huh? Or did you find it somewhere else cheaper? I'm hoping you found it somewhere else cheaper because that's pretty pricey. Scott, I believe he said he'll get it on Monday. Aha. 150 with a code. Mark Perez, new breed. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. Let's see. Man, this coffee is good this morning. My Yeti has gotten some use, boy. I'll tell you. Yeah, so I was going through all my Benchmades last night. So I'm going to sell most all of them too. I'm only going to keep a few. This was one of the ones I'm going to keep. But I started going through these. And I ran across what made me think of that is the Balisong. One of their, I don't remember which model this is. 42. It's the 42 though. And then I had some weird ones in here that I went through, like this SOCP is a weird one they have. The weird part about this knife is how long it is, and you can't reach the crossbar with your fingers from the end down here. So it's very awkward to try to close. Like you can't, there's no way, you have to reach up here and you can't get any leverage because they're not in your hand. So luckily you can do it with one finger on this knife, which is not normal for the butterfly lock. I mean, for the axis locks. But you can do this one with one finger. But if you couldn't, there'd be no way to close this knife because you can't get it in your palm enough. Well, barely. It's too long to get in your palm to be able to reach the reach the axis bar. That's a weird knife. And then they make a kind of a smaller version of it. It's called something else. I don't remember right offhand what this one was called, but this one is short enough that you can reach the axis lock. And then this is another weird one. I don't remember what this one's called. This is discontinued. And I posted this one. This is the well, I knew the name of it. I think it starts with a C. Dang it, what's the name of that one? But a guy commented on him talking about he misses his old one. He wants to buy another one. It's called the Contigo. And this one is called the Fact. The FACT, that little black one. And this is the Contigo. And the red one is the the Striker. That's a Striker. And then these are the Mini Ruckus. For some reason I bought two of those, a black one and a white one. I don't know why I bought two of those. But you can see the scales are way different color on the black one. The black one actually has better action. And that's a McHenry and Williams knife too, just like the 710 is. So I've got two versions of the 710, the regular one. Most all these are going to be for sale too, all these clones. I got two of the bailouts and two of the 710s here. I shot videos of all these. And then I got this is a Japanese, this is a really cool Benchmade as far as they go. It's not very common. The Japanese designer designed this one. It's like called the I don't know what it's called. But you can see Nakamura is who made it. And that's a pretty cool looking little knife. It's actually got good action and stuff too. Once you get used to it, you gotta, well, I say it's got good action, but evidently it doesn't. You gotta learn how to pull the axis lock on some of these. You pull it all the way on some and let off halfway through on some. And then the Narrows, the decent one. But it's a ridiculously priced knife, the original. But this one looks pretty good too. Titanium. And this one does have good action, regardless of how you open or close it. Then the Valet's another cool one that a lot of people like. It's kind of like a little gentleman's knife. I don't know why I'm going over these. Nobody likes Benchmade. But this is the one, gold class, Mini Osborne, I guess. Or is it a Mini Bug Out? It's a Mini Osborne, I think. But the scales on it, they did a pretty good job on the blue and it's got the gold brass backspacer. Cool little knife. It's got decent action too. The blade's too light to flick it with the thumb studs, but it closes easy. And then these are my 7 bug outs. I don't know which one of these I'll keep. Probably I like this one, the milled version. A ton of people have bug outs too. I guess it's the most sold knife, EDC knife. But these have good action too. Of course, I wouldn't pay for a real one. This aluminum one has good action too. I don't like... Somebody told me to get this one because it was... I don't know, like, all these are ridiculous, like, stupid to have and stupid to pay for a real one and just stupid altogether, I guess. I don't even know why. I don't even... Benchmade is such a weird topic because some people like them, some people don't, and I guess I'm one of the people that don't. So here's the full-size Osborne. It is a great knife. The Osborne is a great knife. If you can find one at a decent price, it's not a bad little knife with the purple. I mean, a ton of people have these knives for a long time and carry them and swear by them. So the 940s are a great knife. And I've already told y'all one of my favorites is the Mini Freak. Yep. And then last but not least, I got one more section. The Mini Adamas is a cool one too. This is one of the better clones they make. That's a cool knife too, though. I will keep this one for sure. So these two will be two I keep. I'll probably keep the Freak and the Mini Freak and the Griptilian and the Mini Griptilian. I mean, action, if it's got great action, yeah, it's got great action regardless of whether it's a clone. But if it has poor action, then yeah, you can't really speak to it when it's a clone. And I don't ever use one long enough to care about, I'm not a steel snob, so blade steel. The only time a clone's action matters is if it's bad. If it's good, then you can't expect any more from the original. But if it's bad, I guess you could. But the action on the ones that I'll be keeping is like butter on most all of them. I won't keep one if it's got bad action. So then all we're dealing with is blade steel, and like, I mean, that one is definitely not Magna Cut. And the clone could have better action too. You're right, because they put all these on bearings, whereas some of them might be on washers. So I'm happy with the clones, especially when it's, you know, when the prices are what they are. But out of these, I'll probably keep I really like this one too, even though it's lime green. This is the dang it, I remembered it last night and then I forgot it during the night. It's one of their biggest ones, and it's got great action too. Where what is the name of this one again? It's the, starts with a V, I think. Ergos are great on this one. It's a bigger knife, and it's my style. So I will probably, out of this case, I might keep a couple of these bug outs, but for the most part, these are the ones I'll keep. The bailout, the Mini Freak, that little chop, the Gold Class Mini Osborne, the Narrows, the Mini Adamas, and that aileron. So those would be my picks out of, if you're going to go with clones. And some of these, I couldn't find this titanium one anymore. But as far as clones go, that's the best of the ones, I guess. What is this one called again? Oh, and this one. Dang it, I can't remember. Yeah, Be Shady. I know a lot of you guys don't do the clone thing, but I get it. I got started with some Benchmade clones, I think, and then some Spyderco's, because I couldn't imagine paying this much for a Benchmade knife. I mean, what's this knife? $600, $700? For this Gold Class? I don't know. Let's go look. It's kind of ridiculous for a production knife for me. Benchmade Gold Class Mini Osborne. So it's on sale there for $600. On Amazon, that's the fake one, I'm sure. And I don't know about this website either. Knives ship free. Kind of weird. I don't see it. Blade HQ. $700. So yeah, that's pretty wild. I almost like the way this one looks better than that carbon fiber. Tell you the truth, I like the shininess of this one a little better. The blues aren't quite as bright, I guess, but when you get them in the light, it looks really good. You know, who knows what the blade is? It's probably tin cans. But I don't know. This is a pretty knife. It's not a user. So $700 or $50. I'll go with the $50. I made a lot of guys happy with my clone sale the other day, giving them for like $10 and $15 a piece. Got rid of all my Spyderco's. I mean, I didn't get rid of all of them, but I got rid of 16 of them. And I passed them on to somebody that'll like them and get use out of them, and all the above. Win-win for everybody, I guess. It's going to drive me nuts if I can't remember what this one's called. And I remembered it last night when I was at work. Anybody remember? Anybody know what this is called? I guess y'all would have told me if you did. It's the, it's that Benchmade knife. It's that big Benchmade knife they make. It's the turret. Turret. Yeah, it's the turret. Turret. And it's got some action like you wouldn't believe. Like it just wants to open and close. It'd make an awesome hunting, like taking with you, go camping. You would never lose it. Well, you might. Depends on what time of year it was, I guess. But I'd rather have a titanium Kubi than any Benchmade. I'm totally happy with my Kubis. What else comes out today or this weekend? Anything special? We looked at the drops yesterday, so we should know. Oh yeah, let me go show those articles. TC put. So there was a couple of articles on sandblasting materials. And I guess there's some factors that go into it, give you different textures and stuff. I'm going to do a mix of aluminum oxide and glass beads. So it's kind of weird they had both of these right up here. I don't know if I'm going to do like a 30-70 or a 20-80 mix. But I guess the glass beads aren't as hard as the aluminum oxide. You can get different shapes. And I believe the other link he put was not sure. Yeah, media blasting. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm kind of nervous about next Thursday doing the black anodizing because I don't know. I don't think I should do it on video for the first time because of mixing those acids together. So, kind of want to mix up the acids the day before. And I need to find that article I read about which one you're supposed to mix in first. And you're supposed to slowly pour one into the other. And if you go the wrong direction, it can be bad. Then I was also wondering about the fumes coming off of heated sulfuric and hydrochloric acid. If I should be breathing that in. TC, I think here in a second you'll hear my answer. The answer to that. Sulfuric and hydrochloric mixed together. So I'm not sure, and I got to keep it at 100 degrees Celsius. No, I don't mind you watching me blow up, Scott. It's just, I don't know how much YouTube would enjoy that. I don't think it's going to be dangerous, and I don't foresee any problems. But you know, it is what it is. It will be the first time I've worked with hydrochloric acid, except for, yeah, I believe Wink has hydrofluoric acid. I've got some of it too. I bought some just pure hydrofluoric. So Wink has just a small, dilute amount of hydrofluoric acid in it. Yeah, I might need to blow up and go viral, huh, TC? That'd be what you do, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Just jokes. But yeah, I probably should have some kind of... I've got a window AC and I've got a window next to me that I can open and put a fan blowing out. So I should do that at the very least. And 100 degrees Celsius. Hey Google, what's 100 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
100 degrees Celsius is equal to 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I thought it was equal to the boiling point. I thought 100 C was the boiling point. And it is. So it says keep it from 50 to 100, and now I see why. But that's the boiling point of water, not the boiling point of sulfuric acid. Hey Google, what's the boiling point of sulfuric acid?
The boiling point of sulfuric acid is 638.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 337 degrees Celsius.
All right. So we're only at a third of the boiling point of sulfuric acid at that point. Hey Google, what's the boiling point of hydrochloric acid?
According to Wikipedia, hydrochloric acid is the binary mixture of hydrogen chloride and H2O, has a constant boiling azeotrope at 20.2% hydrogen chloride and 108.6 degrees Celsius.
So 108 degrees Celsius on the hydrochloric. So I'm probably not going to push that 100 degree mark because it will have distilled water in there. But since it still shouldn't boil because it'll be diluted with sulfuric acid, which doesn't boil to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Should be good. I'll probably keep it around 90, 80, 90. And then they also said with the power supply, I'm worried about my power supply too, because it says you're supposed to start off with a low amperage and gradually increase the amperage as you go. So, and it says to go all the way up to 3 amps. Well, my power supply, I believe, tops out at like 2.2 amps or 2.4 amps. So I don't think I can get all the way to 3 amps. So I'm not sure about that either. So I guess we'll just see what I get. We might get a gray. I don't care as long as we get something besides plain titanium. I mean, even if we get something with a coating like that, that's not like a bright titanium, you know, I want it a little darker than that. I want black. I don't want just but some of these have that, you know, that dark gray. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like the like the one we did the other day with the, yeah, this. So I want to get something like this color. I want to get at least that dark. I'm hoping to get darker than that. I'm hoping to get black. But we'll see what we get. But I want to at least get that dark compared to that. But I want to get this dark right here. This is titanium. I want to get this right here. That's what we're going for. Because if I can get that, then I can get anything in between according to how much temperature or amperage I use. So yeah, that'll be cool. Man, this knife is so nice. This is the other $140 special I've got. M390 steel, giant blade. So this will go nicely alongside the saber tooth that's on the way. Oh, I've got a bunch of knives. I said this in chat before the video started, but I've got 6 or 7 knives hitting the mailbox today. So tomorrow will be a good show and tell. I should get that other haptic clone. I should get that one for drummer. The 3-inch chamois clone. I should get my first Devo, the growler. I should get I believe I should get a White Mountain Knives order. I don't even know. I can't even remember. I should get the 495. I might even get the Buzz. Oh, I'm getting that other Norseman. The growler, the haptic. The 495. Heck, I don't know. Today will be a good mailbox day. I had Ed. Good morning, sir. Thank you for the Edyard. I got my first Edyard. I already talked about why you didn't take it off, because you would have had to take the knife apart and you just weren't up to that, which was great for me because I wanted one anyway, and you gave me a nice one. It's got all kinds of parts. I could take this apart and make 3 Edyards or chipyards. They'd be chipyards, not Edyards. But I love the knife. Thank you, buddy. I hope you like the tiger striped one. I think this one has a little bit more shake to it, just a little bit, than the tiger stripe one does, but that's nothing I can't fix. Could just be I had the pivot looser on the tiger stripe one or something. But yeah, I love this thing. Thank you. I really do like the look of it 10 times better. I just don't like the tiger stripe. I don't know. Yes, I do appreciate it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, me and you, whenever we ship stuff, it goes really quick between me and you for some reason. I think I get the quickest shipping with you than anybody. Something about your little city, my little city. But it just takes a couple of days, seems like. Pretty wild. Yeah, the turret. There's a couple of these knives that I wish they made titanium versions of, like this turret and this aileron. They're both super cool knives, and they're big knives. And y'all know I like my big knives. But I wish I could find a second-hand, cheaper, reasonably priced, secondary market Benchmade in titanium of one of these, but they don't make either one of them, I don't think, in titanium. TC, yeah, it doesn't take long for us either, because I guess we're both in the South. But I was surprised with Ed being up in the north a little ways, because I don't know, it's something about his little hub, I guess. Nashville seems to get stuff out pretty good. I have the worst case is West Coast. I guess West Coast coming here. It seems like if it routes through Atlanta, it takes forever. Altitude. I think I just about showed all the Benchmades that I have, Nick. Except for maybe a couple of titanium ones that I didn't show. No, I think that was all. I just showed all my Benchmades, I think. What is the Altitude? They evidently didn't make a clone of it because I don't own it. I'm just joking. Benchmade Altitude. Oh, wait. No. But that reminds me. I do have a bunch of Benchmade fixed blades that I need to sell too if I'm going to be selling my Benchmades. So let's see which ones of those I got. In my Benchmade bag over here. Some of them I like too, surprisingly. See what I got here. Cold steel, cold steel, cold steel. There's a big one. I don't even know what that one is. There's a clone fixed blade. I really like these too. Aha. I've got a couple of these. That's the one I thought it was. I've got that one. There you go, Nick. There's one for you. You'll like that one. Hold on. I'm getting there. Well, that's a crazy Ethan grow. A Joker. Oh, this thing is the rattle on that is garbage. Hold on. Y'all can't even see what I'm pulling out yet. It's gonna be like Christmas when y'all see all this. Wow. I've got quite a few that I didn't realize I had. I guess. Hold on, guys. I'm almost done. I'm in the bottom of my fixed blade bag. Just want to make sure I got them all, because I don't want to go through here again. I thought I had another water series. Aha, there's another one. Water series fixed blade. Oh yeah, I do. It's in a box over here. I got two of them. All right, here we go. Hold on, I'm coming back now. Sorry. I thought I had the camera on so y'all could see them as I was throwing them out. But I didn't, of course. Now you can see the pile on the table. So let me start out with ones I like. This is a weird one. This is the Spyderco. Don't know what it's called, but what does it say on it? Enough. So I guess this is the Enough fixed blade. It's dirty. Wow, it's dirty. I had to put the little hole in it. and I've got it set up for scout carry. I found this. I don't think it came with it, but I put it on there because I scout carried this one a couple of times. Then Nick, this is the one I said you would like. PR2. Super comfortable knife. Yeah, I've got two of those. That's the one I thought you were talking about when you showed that one to me, but I don't have the lightweight version of it. But yeah, this is the one I thought you were talking about. This is the, I don't know what this one's called, but it's one of the ones kind of like the one you just asked about, except it's not the lightweight version. And for some reason I bought two of those. I don't know, it's one of those times, guess I got them on Temu or something. The sheaths look different. The stamping is different on both of them. I don't know, TC, but I want, make sure to message me somewhere else about it, because I won't remember the chat necessarily. But I don't know why the stamping on the sheaths is different. The same knife. So this one is, are you saying this one's like a, and what is that George? That's not Les George, is it? What is this George person? PR2 number 1250. Limited edition. This is one of their water series knives. It's one of their newer ones, and it's a cool little fixie. Magna cut, boy. Is it Les George? That's what I thought, maybe. The VECP. And then this is one I wrapped. This is the version of, this is the Adamas. So this is the mini Adamas folder, and this is the Adamas fixed blade. But I put that crazy wrap where it all ends on the end there. I like this one too. It's very comfortable. Then we got this. This starts with an A, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's a weird knife too. 154 cm, yeah. This one's called like the, I want to say it starts with an A. The jimping on this one feels good. I like the colors on this one. It might start with an E. This one doesn't like going in the sheath. Oh, there it goes. It's a little better. Then we got, hold on, we're getting there. We're getting to my favorites. And this one is absolute garbage. This is the Infidel fixed blade. And it shakes and is trash. The Infidel fixed blade. Dagger. You know, you gotta have a dagger. But I've gotta heat that Kydex up and fix that. And then these are some of my favorites. Well, actually, this is a Falcon Falcon, sorry. TH2 Falcon. It's got a rubberized grip, and I like it too. It's got it doesn't have the best. You have to carry it vertical, but I like the lock it's got on the. It's got a little snap lock where you can pull this to unlock it. It's pretty cool on the sheath. And then, not sure what this one is either, but this is one of their bigger ones. What was that number? What was that? DC-53 and Crewwear? What in the world? That's a bigger knife though. That's probably the biggest Benchmade fixed blade I've got. And then these are my two favorites. So this is probably my favorite one. Super comfortable. They make a smaller version of this one. Oh, this isn't the knife I was thinking. Yeah, I thought I had the smaller version of this one too. I think I pulled out the wrong one. Hold on. I dropped a couple of my Moras on the floor though. That's a super cool little fixed blade. Hold on. Probably got this other one. I thought it was the wrong one. I could have sworn I had that other Benchmade with the tan handle. I guess I didn't. I guess all the rest of these over here are real. All my cold steel and my jokers. And my Grows. Oh no, I found one more Benchmade. It's that it's that SOCP fixed blade that I showed, that big folder that you can't hit the axis lock on. So this is the fixed blade version of it. More of a weapon than a knife. Greg Thompson. SOCP, first production, 3V, all lies. But that's a big weapon. Got that one. But yeah, this one is probably my favorite, with the ergos of the handle. Like I said, I can't remember what this one's called either, but they make a smaller version of this one. But this is a super cool little Grow fixed blade with the red inlays. This is the EF 121 in D2. But it's a nice little. I ought to practice scout carrying on it, because I turned this one sideways where I can scout carry it too. And I should practice carrying that one. And then I got a few more. So I've got the New Water knife that they make. It's a good fishing knife. Got that one. It's still in the box. Y'all saw it not long ago. The water box. And then I got my two I got the meat crafter. I got their two of their food knives. So the meat crafter is like their fillet knife, but not really because it's too thick. It'll bend a little, but not much. Not really a fillet knife. It's more a food prep knife. But the meat crafter is a pretty cool one. I like it. I like both the food knives. And I really love this station. I remember the name of it this time. Y'all should be proud of me. But this station is super nice. And like I said, it's probably one of the sharpest factory knives I've gotten. I wouldn't be surprised if it could cut a paper towel, but airway buffing wheel kit instructions. But yeah, it is super sharp. Like, it is just, every part of it too is just like super sharp. Guess it could be because of the blade thickness too. Soft, coarse, and hard. White, brown, and green. I need to get my polisher set up, put those wheels on it, and really get some mirror finishes done. But yeah, the station and the meat crafter are both super cool knives. I wish the station had a way to carry it. It doesn't. I mean, it's really a kitchen knife. But this one is made for the outdoors and would do all kinds of food prep with it. But there's my Benchmade fixed blades. And like I said, you know, you hear people talk about Benchmade when you're first starting out, and you're like, you know, best knives ever, blah, blah, blah. There's so many fanboys of Benchmade. And then once you really get into it, you realize there's people on the other side of the fence. There's just as many, if not more. Good morning, Dane. So I wanted to see what the fuss was all about. So I ordered a bunch of these. Kind of went wild, you know, for a while. And now I'm way past that and over that, so need to get rid of these two. But you go through phases in your knife journey. And this was my let's see what they're talking about phase. Not impressed. So you want one of these, TC? Is that what you were asking about? Let's see if they look the same. See if they came from different factories and look totally different. And the blade grinds are different, or they look pretty close. Screw holes. All the jimping matches up. Let's see. Jimping matches up, same places. The blade grinds look pretty much the same. I think the only difference, they were probably made in different factories, but let's see, the backs of them look the same. Are these one of the ones you wanted one of? Do you have a preference on the sheath? You want the one with the stamp crooked and off centered, this one, or you want the one that's more on the center there? I would say this one. You want the one with the butterfly. This one's kind of off to the side a little bit. This one looks better. The quality of this leather looks better too. I don't know if you can tell, but this one looks beat up. They've both been in the same bag, but this leather looks better quality. Even this looks different. So I'll give you this one. I can't believe they put that little hole in that Spyderco. I mean, branding is a thing, huh? You gotta brand your stuff. Wipe that blade off. It's way better now. Gotta stick with the hole if you're gonna put the hole in your knives. Yeah, I got you with the nice darker leather in the center. I'm pretty sure. I knew that'd be the one you picked. Alright guys, what else is going on? Do we know? Anything special? Anything cool? Any questions? Anything else we want to talk about? Super cool little D2 Eifengrow though. You want to try it out, it's on Amazon. EF121. I'm curious to get a report back from Drummer what he thinks about that Odenwolf D2 giveaway knife, because he hates D2 and I want to see what he thinks of it after he uses it some. Because I like D2. Everybody's gotten quiet. What's everybody doing? William, do you happen to still be in here? You had said something about maybe wanting to buy a nicer knife or something to that effect. Pete, are you still in here? Are you painting again today? What's going on? Why is the chat so quiet? Walking the dog. You're playing with a yo-yo, huh? I see. Oh, it's all good, Pete. I'm just wondering why the chat's so... Weekends are kind of slower compared to the weekdays. Wow. I just now saw the price of that knife you asked me about, Nick. $300. Typical Benchmade. If it ain't $300, it's not a Benchmade. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Kind of blade steel. I don't even see it. It just says stainless steel. Yeah, they don't even list what the blade steel is on this whole Amazon ad. I don't think. Yeah, maybe they do. Let's see. Cerakote. S90V. Alright. Well, Doesn't make it worth $300, but it makes it worth more than if it was. I mean, it's a tiny knife. $300, pretty wild. I agree with you, Ed. The pricing is crazy. Yeah, that orange Cerakote ain't bad. You wouldn't lose it for sure. Oh yeah, thanks for posting that that set of the screw things. Pretty cool. So they got threads on one side and screw on the other. So you can test. Is that the annex little spear thing? What is that? Is that what that is in the picture? Is that the little spear that comes with the annex? Yeah, I noticed on this one, yeah, the sizes do go down to 632. So that's definitely a cool set. Thanks for sharing that. Keep It Scale Stupid finally showed up in the Discord. He figured that out. Scott did another one of his knives yesterday. He did his rat. Looks good too. Looks like that's a user. I'd like to see Scott's collection someday too. Nick said he's already getting tired of the... He didn't really say that, but TC said he was... When he gets tired of it, he said might be soon actually. My first lightning anode job. I learned a bunch from doing that one. Then back to Pete's awesome job on his knife. Links we had. Can't wait to get that saber tooth in. I know a lot of people won't like that blade, but it's growing on me the more I look at it. If y'all haven't joined the Discord, you should. Got some good links and a good archive going. Pocket check. I'll throw stuff for the channel in here. Can't believe I bought a Wee Solid this morning. I love the way the back of it looks though. I love the way the whole thing looks really. It's kind of futuristic and wild looking. Like even the blade shape. It's kind of that same way. But I couldn't pass up the $260 deal for a one owner, never cut, never carried, never disassembled. And the way he sounds, I pretty much believe he hasn't disassembled it. Looks like it's got good action too from the little bit I just saw, but something else just popped up in the general. What a beautiful dog, Pete. See, that's what we can do with the Discord. Oh, you bought one, Ed? Yeah, cyberpunk. That's what I believe. It's kind of a cyberpunk look. Road rash. Yeah, sorry, Ed, but that was a good deal on that knife. You couldn't pass up the $140. Scott, you need to pop on here sometime with your phone and show us your collection. Seeing that picture in the background, I mean, look at that beautiful dog. Yeah, seeing the background on this image made me want to see your collection. We'll try to, if you can't figure it out, we'll try to help you. It's not that hard. Yeah, I bet he's fast, Pete. I bet he wants to catch birds. Looks like a good bird dog. Looks like a working dog, too. Oh, okay, Scott. Well, it's all good. I just lost a few frames, so we might have been lagging for a second. Hopefully not. Boudreaux. Boudreaux is definitely a Louisiana name, TC. I raised Jack Russells for 6 or 7 years. I bred and sold them. And I love Jack Russells. Supposedly they're one of the most intelligent dogs. They can learn more words than just about any other dog, and there's some Jack Russells that know a ton of words. Oh, there's another good picture Pete just took. Yeah, he is solid. Nick, you strike me as a Chihuahua guy. My buddy has some teacup, some tiny ones. Yeah, Jack Russells are awesome. The Parsons Terrier, where they originally came from the UK. I know lots about them, but like Eddie on Frasier, you remember the show Frasier? Then Wishbone, and there's a bunch of different styles of Jack Russells. They have the long hair and the short hair, and they have the long leg and the short leg. And here, let me grace y'all with a few pictures before we go. Photos.google.com. Let's see. Albums. Nope. Photos. Nope. Why is the albums not showing up? My albums. Wow. Nothing on there. Oh yeah, I deleted everything, I guess. Here's here's one of my last Jack Russells that I had. Her name was Sassy. And here's a few photos of my house. So, this is Sassy. before she passed. Then here's a few photos of my house before I put the covered back porch on. There's my exterior garage, my backyard. There's my attached garage. That furthest door over there is where I'm sitting right now. It's where my studio is, my music studio. I've got a covered porch now. You might have seen it. There's the side of my house, some of my neighbors, my flag. Some of my neighbors, some of my plants. My backyard, side of my house, view of my house, some trees, some more plants. So there you go. Look, I was trying to find more pictures. Aha, here we go. I was like, why didn't the albums pop up? They're still not all popping up. There's Vegas. Why are, let me see. Let me do a search. Oh, here we go. Whoa. I can't show some of these. I forgot. Backs up all kinds of pictures, huh? I'm trying to find. Oh, yeah. Well, my eyes are closed in that one. Here's a good picture. Let me show y'all this one. Why didn't that work? Oh. Try this again. There's one of my Jack Russells. Here you go. Riding in my lap. We're getting a bunch of something in the Discord. Let me see. Let me find a few more pictures. Well, I'm not seeing. I deleted a bunch of my stuff when I backed them up, and so I'm not getting all my pictures, but I don't know why some of the albums aren't showing up. Here's some stuff. Let's see if this album works. Here's some stuff I've 3D printed back. So there's a knife I 3D printed. There's a bunch of stuff I've 3D printed. I think that knife was from Counter-Strike. There's some other knives. There's a vase. There's a picture that I printed that you can hold up to a light. That's me. That's a bong that I printed. that actually it's got a bubbler inside it, and really works. You just put a pull stem in it. There's a Ducati that I 3D printed along with all the parts and the engine. There's the engine. There's a gun that I 3D printed that that actually you can shoot 22 bullets with. I've still got it. It's called a Songbird. A guy named Patrick created it. There's a pangolin. Flexible, all printed in one piece. There's some glow in the dark 3D printer. It's a castle I printed. It glows in the dark. It had some crazy detail. It even had a little boat dock. There's Groot, pencil holder. There's baby Groot. There's a puzzle. There's that ballad song. There's some random stuff. There's the cubes from Fifth Element. More vases. 3D printer parts. There's a wind-up toy car that had a spring that printed. Spyro. The dragon. There's a thing I printed for a chick. There's another thing I printed for a chick. There's another thing I printed for a chick. There's a rocket. There's my chess set I 3D printed. Full-size regulation chess set and board. Of course, I 3D printed all kinds of 3D printer parts. There's those scissors. There's a storage thing. More of the ballad songs. Another vase while it was printing. More junk. More junk. More 3D printer parts. Utility holders. Tool holders. Crazy stuff. Another knife. Some brass knuckles. A fidget spinner. With dimes in it. A turtle. Oh yeah, there's the Jag Commando knife that I 3D printed. There was some flexible when you're soldering, you can use those little hands and all those pieces go together and make that little flexible thing. There's a 3D printer gear race that I made. A big boat. My benchies. The Superman fidget spinner. Clamps. More stuff. Another fidget spinner that uses bearings. More 3D printer parts. One of my modded out 3D printers. More. There's Dobby. That was an awesome little speaker attachment for a cell phone. There's the Jag Commando in its case. There's Dobby. More 3D printer parts. Einstein with frizzy hair. A T-Rex skull. Terminator. It's a Terminator T-Rex skull. More Einsteins. Barney Rubble. Alright, so yeah. Crazy stuff. Let me go back to the Discord. Somebody's been posting a ton of stuff. I don't know if it's questions or what's going on in the Discord, but the Discord's going nuts. Oh, dog pics. Aw. Look at the doggy in the snow. Aw. More puppy dog pics. There's Boudreaux, I'm guessing. Boy, he looks attentive. That bottom right picture, he's like, what do you want me to do? What are we doing? So does that top right one. We're going in the car, going for a walk. Boudreaux the Blade. Yeah, top right one. What? Car? Going for a ride? All right, Daddy. And then knife picks. Ed, give me a pocket check today. Got the Sibin and some kind of concept. I didn't see what he said. What did he call it? Odd 21 with thumb studs. Done by Paul Mike. Nice. I need to do some thumb studs for some people so they'll feel confident in the fact that I can do them. Good old Edgy Blade Works. Oh, is that a knife case he's laying on? I didn't catch that. Let's go back and what were we looking at? Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, I see the bag. Got his head on. Cool, cool. Thank y'all for sharing. Oh, yeah, I noticed Tri-State uses Paul Mite also. Tri-State just got some back from Paul Mite. Evidently he does it for quite a few people. Sever 7, that's awesome, man. I didn't see that comment. I was going through pictures. Nick, yes, you can print Lego pieces for sure. Aha. That explains it, Ed. Nice breakdown. Well, guys, getting close to that 2-hour mark again. It's been a successful first with the summer hours. I did make a post on my Facebook and my Instagram with the hours on there. Just a stupid little quick thrown together post with the official summer hours. So hopefully everybody will see that and oh yeah, good, Pete. That was the point. People get to sleep in and I get to yard sale for an hour. But yeah, I threw that up on YouTube and Instagram, so hopefully. And Scott changed it on the knife tube list. Yeah, Nick, they're super cheap. And I've said this before, but if I had to recommend one with auto bed leveling and auto everything, get an Ender 3 by Creality. And they make Ender 3 Pros and bigger ones. but the Ender 3 is a great just starter printer. And I believe, whoops, where we at? If you go to Amazon, they're only $179. So they have an Ender 3 V2 that's a little nicer, and an Ender 3 V3 that's a little nicer. And some of them will have auto. You want to get one with auto bed leveling, so you don't have to learn how to do that. But this is a great starter printer for right at $200. You can do all kinds of stuff. I've got one of these in the box still. I've got an Ender 3 Pro, I believe, in the box that I haven't even opened. The Ender 3 Pro, S1 Pro. Yeah, it's just got a bigger build area. But you can print a cube that was 8.6 by 8.6 by 10 inches. So it's pretty big. So around $200 to $300, you can get a nice 3D printer. So that would be my suggestion. So don't be scared to get into it because you're worried about the price. Yeah, you can even get carbon fiber filament. And that printer will print carbon fiber filament. So you can get carbon fiber filament. So you can get rolls of carbon fiber. And you can make parts out of it. You could print that on that printer. So yeah, you can get any kind of color you want. You can get transparent. You can get some cool colors of clear and see-through, so you can get all these wild see-through colors. And you can make knife scales. You can design and print your own knife scales out of any of these colors or materials, or see-through or carbon fiber, whatever you want, any color you want. You can even get ones that are mixes. So they have some that are two different colors in one, kind of like this. So the roll changes colors as it goes throughout it, and then when you print with it, it gives it a gradient look. So yeah, you can get some crazy filaments. See, there's one with three or four different colors that changes as you print. There's another one that changes from red. Yeah, they even have it's called rainbow filament. Oh, you can get wood. So that's actual wood filament. Make stuff in wood texture. It's made out of wood. Yeah, RC car parts, all kinds of stuff. Dude, you can make drone parts and drones. So if you once you get your printer, you need to go to thingiverse.com. And Thingiverse has all the models you want to get for free. But if you type in RC car part, you're going to go crazy. Because you can 3D print complete body kits and all kinds of parts for RC cars. Like it's just unlimited. And if you have a certain model, you can put in the scale, whatever scale your car is, and you'll find all kinds of parts. But you can even get rubber. So they make TPU filament is flexible filament, so you can print tires. So it's elastic. So TPU. Let me see if I can really quick show you TPU filament. So flexible. So like phone cases or whatever, they can be flexible. And he's testing how much they bend, but you can make flexible stuff. But anyway, it's pretty wild, all the filaments that you can get. But TPU is flexible, so you can print car tires. You can do all kinds of stuff. But you can also get, like, they have clone. So, like, if you type in DJI drone, you can actually fully 3D print drones and stuff. And they actually have clones of DJI drones. Like, here's the DJI Inspire version 1.5. And you can fully 3D print the drone. And they show you which rods to buy. You can buy carbon fiber rods. I've got a 3D printed drone that's pretty badass. But you can print all 3D printable, guards for all your drones. But they have fully display stands for your drones. And then like knife stuff, like knife stands, like all kinds of crazy cool knife stands. And you could start a whole Etsy store just selling this stuff. But you can get the ones, that just hold one knife, or you can get the ones that hold knives vertically, or there's one that says NAFs on it. You can get the ones with the multi-tier. And they'll make these where you can connect them together. All kinds of cool 3D models. And then, like, if you type in ballast song, so there's ballast song. So you can, here's a cyberpunk with the logo on it. Here's samurai, print in place. So these print completely already totally built. Like, you just take them off the printer and they're ready to go. You don't have to do any assembly. It prints it all in one piece. There's kind of the CSGO that I printed for Jed. There's the one that I did for him with the pins and whatever. Yeah, that came from CSGO. But yeah, just crazy stuff that you can do. You can make utility knives, any kind you want. You can do all kinds of stuff. If I just type in knife, there's karambits from CSGO, utility blade karambit. Pocket knife, let's see. Folding pocket knife. Fully printable folding pocket knife. Folding knife. Good. Caboose's liner lock pocket knife. Let's see what this one looks like. And they'll have the 3D. That one's got a liner lock. There's all the pieces for it. Super cool hobby to get into if you've never done it. When you first get one, it's like crazy because you start realizing how many things around the house are made out of plastic and that you can just print. So like all kinds of like little gadgets and like grocery bag holders, and like you just start finding all this stuff like you can make like anything you can think of to help your woman, carry 3 or 4 bags at a time. Like there's all kinds of little gadgets that you start 3D printing too. Or like can holder for fridge. Like you can make those little, the things you buy, like that hold Coke cans and dispense them to you. So you can make, there's just all kinds of, everything's made out of plastic. It's pretty crazy. And you just start experimenting and making all kinds of crazy stuff. Like there's a handle for a can. And there's categories on here, so you can go to explore and discover. And you can go through these random things or featured collections, tiny computers. So like you can, it's unlimited. Everything's made out of plastic. There's Connect 3. Like fidget toys, you can make fidget spinners, and there's little, I don't know. I don't even know if anybody's still paying attention to me because I can't see the screen. I'm just talking for now. But there's all kinds of crazy stuff. Gearing and tool holders and RC motor stuff. I'm trying to think of where I used to go to explore. There was a cool like people even make prosthetic arms for kids, and there's a whole group of people that do that, and they make them and send them to kids that need prosthetic arms. And there's a whole group of people that actually do that, and donate their time and their 3D printers to print prosthetics for kids. So, NIH 3D, let's see. But there's all kinds of robotic stuff you can do, any kind of, but there's actual real prosthetic stuff that you can print for actual use by people that need them. Pretty wild what you can do nowadays. I'm just showing a few of the sites, but all these files are free. You don't have to pay for any of these, so you just download them and start printing them. So it's pretty wild. Coin sorters, any kind of box or storage thing like that you can mount, like storage systems. Or I thought, like when I got into it big, I thought it was going to be like a paradigm shift in society, and it should be. And I don't know why it hasn't caught on like it should, but we should be able to custom print anything you need for your house that's made out of plastic and not have to buy it. And you ought to be able to crush it down into little, which you can do. You can crush all your 3D prints down and reuse the filament and make your own filament out of recycled. But we should all be able to do that, and it should be this huge paradigm shift in society like the Industrial Revolution was, in my opinion. And I thought it was going to get that way, but it just doesn't seem like people catch on to it like they should. But I thought by now we would be walking in, since they can 3D print in steel and stuff, I thought places like AutoZone by now would be, you'd walk in and tell them what parts you need, and they would 3D print the metal part for you, and they wouldn't have to keep any kind of stock. And that's the kind of paradigm shift that I saw happening, and eventually it will get there. But we just have to get more people with 3D printers, I guess. But anyway, that's my 3D printer rant. The knives are on here. Keep it scale, stupid. We were looking at balisongs and 3D printed knives. There's a folding utility knife, karambit. There's a sharpener. So you can 3D print whatever you need. But I rambled a little bit there, but I just wanted to get across the importance of. There's a toy OTF double action. 3D printed. You use rubber bands. That's pretty awesome. That even looks kind of cool. Yeah, that OTF looks super cool. I got to get some printers set back up. I've got like 8 or 9 printers and not using a single one of them. I want to see what it. Here's the assembly of it. This is the old version though. I wonder where the new version is. Pulling the supports out. I don't want to see all this. I want to see it actually working. Wow. It works better than a lot of. It's even got screws. That's pretty wild. Y'all can't hear it, but here, let me let you hear it. Oh, he tightened the screw too tight. It was working good a minute ago. Watch. So he tightened the screw too tight or something. Let's see what it. So this is the old version. He's evidently made a new one. Works even better. Here's a switchblade he made too. See what it looks like. Oh. Pretty wild. You can 3D print anything you want. You could even 3D print lanyards. Well, all right, guys. I did enough rambling on the 3D printer talk here at the end, but it's been cool. Hope y'all learned something. We'll be here again tomorrow. If y'all got any questions, hit me up. If you don't. Just come back tomorrow. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way out. We get up to, oh yeah, pocket check. It didn't show anything, Pete. I looked over there, but you didn't send the picture right or something. It just says pocket check. Dog park carry leaving now. It doesn't show anything. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Pete. Doesn't show anything. But yeah, that's just a good reason for people to go to the Discord to see Pete's pocket check here in a minute. If you haven't joined the Discord, do so. Anyway, love you guys. See you tomorrow. Y'all be cool. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the weather, whatever it's like.